Okay, so welcome to my backyard. Today I thought I'll film here because the weather is pretty good. It's kind of cold, but it's better than the winter. So I'm gonna film here today, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so today we're talking about what's on my iPhone. A very popular topic. I really like watching these types of videos, so I thought I'll make one myself, and I'm sure some of you would love to watch this video as well. And yeah, let's talk about everything that's on my home screen, all the apps I use, maybe why I use them, and tips and tricks that I use on a daily basis. And some of you will probably find that very helpful, hopefully. So this is my home screen. So we've got FaceTime over here. Then I've got my calendar, and I've got my Photos app, and I'll show you this. So that here, I actually have a wallpapers folder here. A lot of you guys ask me about this all the time, where I get all my wallpapers from. And there is an app I get these from, but the ones I like the most, I actually download them and then I put them in a separate folder on my phone, because then it's just easier to find them. Because and I'll tell you why later, but there's an app and I will tell you which one it is. So that's my wallpapers. Okay, all right, let's go. So then I've got the music app over there. Don't really listen to a lot of music, but sometimes I do. So I just like to have most stock apps on the first page. Next we got Gmail. I don't use Apple Mail because I haven't really tried it, but I just like Gmail. I don't think there's anything, I don't miss anything, and I'm used to it. That's probably the biggest reason for using the Gmail app. Then we have the clock icon here. We got a bunch of alarms over here. Okay, next we have the weather app. Now, I don't actually use the stock weather app too much. Most times I use a different one, which is on the next page, and I'll show you in a bit. Then we have the reminders app, and I think I have a few reminders. I don't know which one. Maybe that's why I need it. Okay. Then we have the notes app. Then we have the app store. And we have the health app. I don't use it a lot, but it's there. And sometimes it is nice to just see how many steps you got in a day or whatever. So it's there. I like it. The calculator app, use it quite a bit actually. Many times when I forgot my calculator for math in school. So use it a lot. Then we have Amazon. I don't need to explain why I have that here. But I will say this: the way I have my home screen set up, it's not exactly focused on aesthetics. It's more for reachability and efficiency. That's probably what I focus more on. So I have the Amazon app here. Then I have OneDrive. Then I've got Google Home. Okay. Then we have YouTube Studio. Here are some of your comments. And let's look at more. There you go. See, if you comment, I get all of them over here. I don't reply to all, but I read all of them. Then we have Google Maps, and then we have the settings app. Now, my home screen didn't always look like this. I think I used to have the settings app here, and the YouTube app was actually here, but I removed it. Why? Because YouTube used to be, or still is actually, the app I spend most of my time on. And honestly, I just think we spend too much time on our phones, and it was just getting in the way of my homework and many other things. So I tried stopping myself. I tried making it harder by removing it, but it didn't really help because very quickly the phone learned that I'm always looking for the YouTube app, and it's right there. Now I'm just used to like just swiping down, and I just find it there, which kind of defeats the whole purpose. So I am thinking of completely removing the app, and we'll see how that goes. I might or might not do it though. Okay, so this is the next page. Here I have all the stock apps. I don't use them a lot, but I just put them in a folder. So if I do need to find them, they are just there. Then I have my files app here. Okay, then there's a folder that I have named school. Here are all the apps I need for school. Then we have smart home, a folder, and this is the wallpaper app I use. It's called backdrops. You guys always ask about this, like I think in pretty much every single video, which wallpaper app or do I use or where I get my wallpapers from, this is it. There are a bunch of wallpapers I have liked. And yeah, here's why I have that folder in my Photos app, wallpaper folder, because there are so many wallpapers I've liked, and it kind of got a little too messy in here. So then I just made another folder in my Photos app. And this is the wallpaper app I use, and I've been using it for a very long time, and I like it. It's great. Next, this is the weather app I use. Why? Mainly because of the feels like the wind chill. I'm just used to looking at that, and I think the stock wallpaper, the weather app also tells you the wind chill, but it's like down here. So I just tend to use this, but it's also on Android, which is something I like. If I'm gonna switch to an Android phone, I'm gonna find it there, and I'm not gonna have to get used to another app, right? So it's easier. So I've got that. And then next, I have a photos and videos folder. Then we have the games folder. Trust me, I don't play like most of them. Or in fact, I don't play any these days. I haven't played any games. Also, I do have Call of Duty over here. I don't play it. I don't play it a lot. Most times I just use it to test out different phones and how they're performing when it comes to graphically intensive games. But I don't think this game is like super graphically intensive. So if you know a game that is maybe more graphically intensive than this, let me know, and that will help a lot. And I'll try using that for future videos when I'm testing a different phone. Okay. Then we have a folder called extras, extra apps. I don't know. I don't use them a lot. I use them sometimes. So I just have them here. I do have a lot of folders. So this used to be like the old thing when Apple didn't have a app library. This used to be like that. You needed folders because to put all your apps, but now you have the app library. So you don't need folders, but I just have them. I still find them useful. And then, what is this? Skillshare. Okay, so if you're trying to learn a new skill, or if you already have one and you're trying to get better at it, Skillshare is the perfect place to start. I wouldn't be talking about them if I genuinely didn't like them. I think they're great. I've used them before, and recently I've used them a lot. The thing I love about Skillshare is that there are the people who make the courses on Skillshare. They are professionals. They know what they're doing. For example, if you take a look at Marquez, right? He has a course on Skillshare. You can watch it. I've watched it before. In fact, it was it was my first course that I watched on Skillshare. And I learned a lot. There were many things I learned that I'm not gonna lie, I probably could have learned on my own, but it would have taken me a very, very long time of just, trial and error. So watching the course it was kind of like a shortcut, which is great. So I recommend Skillshare, and I think you should check them out. If you are interested, check out the first link in the description or use code TechBalt and you'll get a 1 month free trial. And thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Okay, next I have Twitch. I don't know why I have it there. I don't use it. I know I wanted to use it once, but then, it asked me to make an account and that just stopped me. So you know what? I'm going to delete it right now. I don't need it. I do not need it. There you go. Okay, so then we have PayPal. I use it. And, I use it for, paying for stuff. And then we have Fiverr over here. Then we have Discord. I downloaded this maybe a few months ago. And this has already become I think the second most used app. I think I'm wasting a lot of time on this. I should probably remove this from the home screen as well. And I might do that. And then I have my banking app, another banking app, and I've got Google Translate. I sometimes use it. And then here's a widget, social widgets. It's a great widget. It just shows me how many subscribers I have right now. Then I have a calendar widget here. Honestly, I don't know why, because I have another one here, I should probably remove this one and keep this one. Now, I have an app called MetaMask and Rarible. Now, if you don't know, these apps, MetaMask is basically like a crypto wallet, and Rarible is an app where you can buy and sell NFTs. I don't buy NFTs. I haven't bought any before. I haven't sold any before, but I have made one before. It was just with a couple of friends, and it was just for fun, just getting to know what this whole thing is, right? So I just did it, but I still have the apps. Now, this is where my home screen ends. This used to be my last page, but recently I was testing out just different things, if I can change something up. And I just have a bunch of widgets over here. But yeah, I should probably delete everything. And you know what? I'll do that right now. So this is my home screen. Okay. Now, I do also use focus mode, or what is it called? Focus mode, I think. The one I use the most, like pretty much every day, it's the school one. So I have this one set up, and basically as soon as my phone is in my school, it will turn on. And this is the home screen setup I have for that. I have the YouTube app. No, this is weird. I don't have the YouTube app on my normal home screen, but on the one I have set up for school, I have the YouTube app. That's weird. Probably shouldn't be like that, but it is. Okay. And on the bottom, I forgot to talk about these. I have the phone app, Google Chrome, messages, and camera, and the camera. And yeah, I think that's about it for the home screen. Okay, now I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks that I use on a daily basis, and I think you will find them very helpful. So if you're someone like me who likes to change their wallpaper every few days, I think you're going to love this one. So if you go to settings, and let's say you want to change your wallpaper to, I don't know, this, for example, okay? Now you would click on this icon here, and you would just scroll down, and you would find the option to set the wallpaper somewhere here. But what I have done is I've moved it up a little bit. It's a small thing, but it's quicker to change the wallpaper. You just go here. You don't even have to scroll. It's right there. You can just do that. There you go. See? You can just do that. Now, how do you do this? Well, you just scroll down and edit actions right here. Simple. Now, this is very useful. So, you probably know that when you can hold your space bar and you can move the cursor around. But did you know that if you hold shift and then hold the space bar and then move the cursor, you can actually start selecting stuff. This is something I didn't know, and my friend recently told me about this, and I think it's pretty useful. Now, the 3-finger tap. So let's say you're typing a message or something, and a long message, and something happens and it gets deleted accidentally, right? What you can do the 3-finger tap to undo, basically. So take 3 fingers and just tap them on the screen, and this little bar at the top opens, and here you have your undo and redo buttons. You also have some other tools like cut, paste, and copy. So it's very useful. I didn't know about this, but when I learned about it, I love it. I've been using it since. It's a lifesaver. Okay, now here's the last one. So if you don't already, I think you should be using the rule of thirds on your camera. It takes some time to get used to, but once you get used to it, you can watch a few videos or something about it, and I'm sure you'll find plenty. But once you learn how to use it properly, trust me, your photos will get better. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But that's all for this video. If you found it helpful, if you found it entertaining, and if you liked it, let me know. If you want me to make more videos like these, I'll do it. And yeah, that's about it. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you later.